win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin a 3-game series and wrap up the first half of the season before the All-Star break, as they will entertain the Miami Marlins here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, starting tonight, game 1 of 3. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. And folks, yesterday, 2 wins. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. We won 2 games and it's nice today. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Hey, folks, what a day yesterday. I mean, we had it all. We swept the Mets in a doubleheader. This channel surpassed 3,000 subscribers. It was a good day. It was a good day. Let's not forget yesterday. And let's keep it going, folks. The Orioles have won 5 out of 6. And you know what? It could have been 6 in a row. Just one bad inning. One pitcher pulled a little bit too late. And we're probably looking at 6 straight right now. And, yeah, with this homestand, I said, man, if we could win 5 out of 6 somehow, set ourselves up to get 5 games under 500 at the All-Star break. Maybe, just maybe. We don't pack it in quite yet. I know we've got some historic hills to climb in order for this to happen. And a lot of factors to point to go, well, but how are we going to do it, BW, when we got this guy in charge or these guys injured all the time? Like, I know. But I only got one thing to tell you. Folks, it's called Orioles Magic. Let's see what we can do. In fact, I'm not going to waste any time right now. I'm not wasting any time. Let's go ahead and invite in our buddy here, the Hat. All right. The Hat knows the All-Star break is coming up, so all the Orioles magic contained within the hat, it's ready to be released all weekend long. That's right. All the reserves of Orioles magic kept just in case of emergency. It's here. Let's go. All right. Let me hurry up and get through the pitching matchups and the starting lineups because we've got some other things to discuss. All right. How you doing, everybody? All right, tonight, Dean Kremer is going to take the hill. Dino has been very good lately, very solid. His record is 7-7 with a 4.53 ERA, a 1.32 whip. He's over 100 innings on the season. He's going up against Edward Cabrera for the Marlins. He has a 3-3 record, a 3.33 ERA, and a 1.23 whip. He is a strikeout pitcher, averaging more than 1 per inning, just over 80 Ks and 78 in the third innings, but he does walk a lot. 30 walks and 78 in the third. That's about 4 per 9. That's a lot. Let's accommodate this guy. Maybe not make it so difficult like Game 1 yesterday with David Peterson on the mound, where for the first 3 innings we were just swinging at everything and making quick outs. We did rally there late in the 8th with that Gunnar Henderson 2-run homer. And, we won 3-1, but we would love to, not make it so difficult. The offense has got to be a little bit more patient with a pitcher when you look at a pitching line like this. You got to recognize those walks and say, okay, this guy doesn't have great command. Let's accommodate him. Let's let him get himself into some trouble. And, that'll probably boost our confidence. And when the time comes, when that nice hittable pitch is presented, you hit the crap out of it, and hopefully we'll have a couple of guys on base. So Kremer versus Cabrera, a couple of right-handers, folks. That is the pitching matchup. Here's the starting lineups. I'll probably have to click on a couple of names here for the Marlins that I've never heard of. Xavier Edwards will lead off for the Fish. He's playing second base. Jesus Sanchez is in right field batting second. Otto Lopez, the shortstop, will hit third. Augustine Ramirez is the catcher and cleanup hitter. Kyle Stowers having a homecoming, and he's not the only one. He's in left field and batting fifth. Is it Eric Wagaman, I believe? Yes, Eric Wagaman is the first baseman hitting sixth. The DH batting seventh is Liam Hicks, who is a catcher by trade. Connor Norby, the other Oriole of the past, is playing third base and batting eighth. And finally in center field and batting ninth, Javier Sonoja. Hope I got that pronounced at least close to correct. Edwards, Sanchez, Lopez, Ramirez, Stowers, Wagaman, Hicks, Norby, and Sonoja for the Marlins. I mean, folks, let's just keep our ex-Orioles in check, and I think we can. Kremer can handle this lineup. For the Orioles, leading off playing second base, Jackson Holliday. Jordan Westberg will play third and bat second. Gunnar Henderson is the shortstop, hitting third. Ryan O'Hearn will do the cleanup and play at first base. Ramon Laureano is going to DH tonight. I know everybody needs some rest, and you want to keep that bat in the lineup. But, man, if there's one guy I just want in the field if he's going to play, it's Laureano with that arm of his. He's going to DH. He's going to bat fifth. Colton Cowser's in left field hitting sixth. Tyler O'Neill in right. He'll bat seventh. Ced Mullins is in center field. As you would expect, he's hitting eighth. And finally, Jacob Stallings will be catching again tonight. He'll bat ninth. All right. It is now the top of the hour, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 5 minutes away from first pitch. Let's get this game up on the tubes. Charm City Chat. How the hell are you? I said it yesterday, but not enough time has passed. I'll have to say it again. I just want to say thanks. Thank you so much to everybody out there that has found this channel and said, I like this. I'm willing to hang out. I'm willing to hang with this guy. I like the cut of this guy's jib. That's what a lot of you have decided. And folks, in this very toxic world of social media, and folks, you've seen I've had my share of detractors. Look, I'm a polarizing figure, all right? I'm not trying to act like I'm the bee's knees over here. But I mean, I know who I am. I mean, I'm nearing 50 years old. I've had a lot of experiences meeting people and them getting to know me. And yeah, I seem to either really connect with people or really piss people off. There doesn't really seem to be any of that middle ground of neutral. I don't know. Which I prefer that. I would rather somebody to have a strong opinion about me, good or bad, than just be another face in the crowd, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's the nature. And that's what you got to navigate through when you throw yourself out there on the air, which is something, again, I never really was planning to do. I always wanted to be a radio play-by-play guy, but that's radio. You get to hide. You're just a voice in a machine, but I don't know. I got a camera. All right. I'm sorry. Focus, BW. I don't even know how I got down that track. Look. What do we got? Okay, the game's up. Let me go over here and see if there's any notes to go over before the game. Looks like Rock Kabatko's got a write-up about some injury updates. Zach Eflin and Cade Povich. Okay, we've got something here. 2 hours ago. Eflin and Povich are both going on rehab assignments on Sunday. So that's positive news. Once you start a rehab assignment, you can then kind of gauge when a pitcher's going to return. You basically use a formula that factors in how long they've been out. The longer you've been out, the longer you're going to rehab. You're going to make X amount of starts more than a shorter injury. Eflin will have missed, about a month, and Povich about the same. So that's not too long out. So I don't think more than a couple of rehab starts is all that's required. And, of course, with the All-Star break coming up, I'm not sure how it works in AAA. I think they have their own version of the All-Star game, but hopefully, I mean, even if they have to throw like a simulation game, you've got that time next week to hopefully, without having to play games, get a couple of these guys healthy again. Eflin and Povich, both working on making their way back with a first rehab start coming up on Sunday. So fingers crossed, folks. Chadwick Trump is doing full baseball activities, but Maverick Hanley probably won't swing a bat for at least another week. So a couple of injured catchers, Trump and Hanley, an update there. And, yeah, everything else is just kind of, what would you call it? I don't know. I'm going right into the Rock Kabatko write-up from today. Just skimming through here, see if there's anything else worth mentioning. It took Gunnar Henderson 427 games to reach 800 career bases, which is the fewest in Orioles history for a player making his debut with the team. That's right, folks. Cal Ripken Jr. was once the record holder for that distinction. How the fewest games to collect 800 total bases. Gunnar Henderson did it 5 games quicker than Cal Ripken Jr. So that's a nice little nod for Gunnar. Oh, by the way, Grant Wolfram, if you remember yesterday, he helped us win that first game with a couple of nice, strong shutout innings against the Mets, and then was immediately sent back to AAA. And then I guess you guys are probably aware that when we play doubleheaders, we're allowed to call up an extra guy. It doesn't count as like an option. It's just one of those little rules of the game that's only been since the most recent collective bargaining agreement, I guess. But it allows both teams of a doubleheader to not completely waste their bullpen. Both teams usually wind up calling up an extra pitcher. So Wolfram I think he needs to hurry up and get back up here because this team has only got one left-hander really in the bullpen. Wolfram, he's lefty. He looked really good for 2 innings. With relief pitchers, you never know how long they're going to have it. So if they're showing they have it, then go ahead and try to get the most out of them that you can while they got it. But for now, I think Wolfram is not on the active roster. In fact, I want to see what the active roster looks like right now, because after yesterday, I may not be 100% sure, particularly when it comes to the pitching staff. So Colin Selby is active. Corbin Martin is active. See, this is what I don't understand. Maybe they sent Wolfram back down because he pitched 2 innings and it didn't count as an option. But you can't tell me that having a lefty like Wolfram, when we got righties Scott Bluett, Colin Selby, Colin Selby, and Corbin Martin. I think one of those 3 guys could probably make way for a guy like Wolfram and give us an extra left-hander to go to in relief. Right now, Gregory Soto, the only guy. Folks, here is the nice wide shot of the ballpark, and it looks like a beautiful day considering we're in the middle of July. I'm not there to see the weather, but I can tell. It doesn't look extremely hot. It looks like just a nice midsummer day. Oh, well, depends on what your idea of hot is, folks. It's 89 degrees currently, and we are ready for baseball. Xavier Edwards is in the box. Switch hitting catcher batting from the left side. Dean Kremer. First delivery is popped up on the infield, and Westberg is going to make the catch right near the mound. 1 pitch, 1 infield pop-up, 26 more outs to go. All right, we are starting off well. We're back, folks. And I got some special surprises for you guys tonight, too. BW has been working behind the scenes. I'll get the scoreboard up with the balls and strikes here in just a moment. Takes a little bit of time for it to warm up. Oh, looks like it's ready to go. Jesus Sanchez up now for the Marlins. Left-handed batter hitting .254 with 7 homers and 30 driven in. He takes high for ball 1. The Orioles are in their City Connect jerseys with the black shirts with the white block letters of Baltimore across the chest, white pants. And the Marlins are wearing their standard road gray jerseys with the sort of neon pink and blue combo. What would you call that? 2-0 with the count on Sanchez, and this pitch is fouled back. Sanchez got a fastball, challenge pitch right in there. Can only foul it away. Kyle Stowers is spotted there in the dugout. He's in the hole right now, I guess you would say, right? This one's fouled back. It's 2-2 on Jesus Sanchez. We are just getting started, folks. Top of the first, 1 away, nobody on base. That setting sunlight that drenches right field in the warehouse, it is glowing out there in that part of the yard. That pitch just missed. It's a full count now on Sanchez. The payoff pitch from Kremer fouled away. That pitch would have been ball 4, unless this umpire is worse than John Bacon. Still a full count, folks. Another 3-2 from Kremer as he delivers a curveball and a ground ball to first. O'Hearn will take it to the bag himself. 2 down. Look at Dino 3-2 curveball getting the out. I like it. And O'Hearn did well to charge that ball. All right, 2 away for Otto Lopez. He's hitting .246, 9 homers, 44 batted in. Base is empty, 2 down. And the first pitch is for a strike, a fastball. Just 92 from Kremer. Not sure if it's a late arriving crowd or just a low turnout. We're playing a pretty... here's a ground ball opposite field on the ground for a base hit. Yeah, so the Orioles love starting early on night games, and we're playing a team that's not exactly filled with A-list all-stars, but I hope some fans can make their way out to the park this weekend and support this team to finish strong before the All-Star break. Here's Augustine Ramirez, who is got that prospect tag of a potentially good catcher for years to come. I think he's only about 22 years old. He's still pretty young. He hits this one to center field. Mullins has to back up, but he's circling under it now before he gets to the track. He's got it. This inning is over. Kremer with not a 1-2-3 inning, but he did give up a single, but that's fine. We go to the bottom of the first. Marlins nothing, and the Orioles are coming up. Charm City Chat. How the heck are ye? What are we looking like? We've got over 100 people here already, folks. 39 have hit the like button. Not even 40% of you have remembered what your only obligation is. It's a gentle reminder. This game's only just started. You can go ahead and get your obligation out of the way. It's that 1 second of tapping a button. That thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. Give it a like, folks. Give it a like. And then sit back and let BW cook for the next few hours here, okay? Charm City Chat. Let's go through the list here. By the way, it is Chilo Appreciation Day, folks. Chilo Appreciation Day.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
A big thanks to Chilo. Folks, if you're here often, you know me and Chilo. Well, I'm the one that instigates some of the debate, I guess is the nicest way to put it, when it comes to how to handle adversity when we're playing games and we're not necessarily playing our best or making a bad decision or just gave up a couple of runs, and now we got to fight. You know, we just got to stay positive, folks. Me and Chilo, we go head-to-head on this. But look, Chilo still hangs in there, and I got to respect that. I think a lot of other folks would have just said, you know what, BW, like, just go piss up a rope. But Chilo is hanging. Jackson Holiday, first pitch swinging. Where is this one going? It's deep. It's going to bounce over the wall in left center field into the bullpen for an automatic double. Jackson Holiday, one pitch. You know how he do. A double to lead it off here against Cabrera.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right. I said we should be patient with Cabrera with his command issues, but you do you. Here's Jordan Westberg, first pitch swinging. And it was a pitch worth going after, a fastball that had a lot of the plate, but he can only foul it back. It's 0-1 on Westberg.
Well, West is that way.
0-1 pitch is a slider breaking low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Westberg's hitting .248, 10 homers, 20 RBI. In a season that's been hampered a bit with that injury. Twice he jammed his finger. Line drive, base hit past the second baseman, and that ball dies in right center field, so Holiday is going to come all the way around and score. Folks, the Orioles, 2 batters in, have a 1-0 lead. Westberg does it again. Gunnar Henderson gets a first pitch curveball and takes it for strike 1. Gunnar starting to heat up in that run-producing department. Not just getting the average up, but now starting to drive in some more runs with a little more frequency. I don't think he's ever going to come close to matching last year's numbers, folks, even if he goes on an incredible second-half tear. But it would be nice for that big second-half tear. Put this offense on his back. Here's a ground ball foul off to the right. It's 1-2 on Gunnar, folks. First bugle of the day. Westberg at first, nobody out, a run in, a 1-2 count on Gunnar. Cabrera rocks and deals, and that's a swing and a miss. Gunnar goes down on strikes for the first out in the bottom of the first. That was a big old hard-breaking curveball. Cabrera threw 2 nice curveballs in that sequence to get Gunnar out. A first pitch to get the first strike, and then the strikeout pitch. Here is Ryan O'Hearn, folks. He takes inside.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
O'Hearn. Final series before he heads. Where's the All-Star game this year? I have no idea. I might have seen it somewhere, but I've completely forgotten. Low and in on O'Hearn, the count 2-0. Surely somebody in Charm City chat knows where the All-Star game is this year. Atlanta. Ah, yeah, somebody did say that. Hotlanta. Thank you, folks. 2-0 count. That ball's crushed in the right center field. It's down for extra bases. Westberg is going to come all the way around to score as that ball dies up against the wall. O'Hearn is thinking 3. Oh, no, they just threw the ball into third. O'Hearn had stopped at second base. A double and an RBI for O'Hearn, his 14th 2-bagger of the season, and the Orioles now lead it 2-0. Come on, folks. It's magic.
It's magic, you know.
Folks, I told you the hat has been reserving as much magic as I don't know if the hat even has a gender, but Laureano lifts one to right center field and deep. That's going to be caught out there in front of the track by Sanchez. And unfortunately, O'Hearn wasn't tagging up. He should have been, because that was deep enough for O'Hearn to tag. It may not be a big deal. There's 2 down. O'Hearn's at second instead of third. It's still going to take a hit either way to drive him in. But there's always a few other extra ways to score from third versus second. So a little bit of a mistake there, perhaps. But Colton Cowser's up now, folks. Let's keep it going. Cowser takes one about half a foot outside for ball 1. Andrea. Andrea has done it again, folks. Andrea is starting another streak. I don't want to put any pressure. It's fully up to Andrea for how long this streak will last. But once again, popping in just to, well, here to support the channel, but also to make sure that she hands out a free Magic membership to somebody. And it looks like Linsky is the lucky recipient of a Magic membership. Thanks so much, Andrea, for your support. Colton Cowser has a 2-1 count.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
2-1 on Cowser, the pitch. That one's lined, and it caught at second base. Edwards stabs that ball out of the air before it goes into right center. Another hard-hit baseball. The Orioles have not been fooled whatsoever here in the first inning with Edward Cabrera. They get 3 hits, they score 2, they leave 1. At the end of 1 inning, it's the Orioles 2 and the Marlins nothing. All right, we got 127 people here, folks. I got a couple of new additions to the soundboard. For you Baltimore locals, go ahead and let me know when you recognize what this is. That's right. I've got some hold music. Anybody recognize this? Come on, don't let me down, Baltimore. There's George. All right, Bobo. Isn't that nice? Little trip down memory lane. Folks, if you recognize that music, nostalgia should be hitting you like a tidal wave right now. So that's a welcome addition to the soundboard. You already heard we got this, and I'll be playing this after we win a game. This is the big first button hit after a win right here. I don't know if I can play the entire clip because anything more than 5 seconds could result in a copyright claim. So I'll be checking my email after the game after about 2 hours. That's usually when I get that notification. But I'd love to keep that on the soundboard too. All right, top of the second. I got another surprise in there for you. We'll save it for later. Kyle Stowers is up, and he takes a first pitch fastball above the zone for ball 1. Stowers, it has been no secret. He's doing really well down here. I say down here, down there in Miami. This one's popped up to left field and shallow. Coming in is Cowser, and he's got it. 2 pitches to retire Stowers. Kremer, 4 outs on 13 pitches. Super economical. Right now, everything is looking very healthy on both sides of the ball. Here's Eric Wagaman. 248 average, 5 homers, 33 driven in. First pitch to him, a big cut and a miss on a heater above the zone. So Kremer gets ahead of Wagaman. 0-1 pitch. That one's lifted to left, but Cowser's got a beat on it. He's going to make that catch as he takes his first step onto the warning track. 2 down. That is 5 outs for Kremer on 15 pitches. He is averaging an out for every 3 pitches. Hey, by the way, Colton Cowser is apparently mic'd up tonight. That'll be fun. Colton Cowser is mic'd up for the Masson broadcast. Here's Liam Hicks. I can't say I've ever heard of this guy. 267 average, 4 homers, and 29 driven in. He's a catcher by trade. He's DHing here, and he takes a called strike. Kremer is not wasting any pitches. The 0-1, a curveball. That one was never going to find the zone. Floating up and away. Count even up at 1-1. Oof, back-to-back bad curveballs from Kremer. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Two down, nobody on. The 2-1 to Hicks is off the plate. That's 3 straight pitches way off the plate. So Kremer suddenly has forgotten his mechanics for a minute. Hopefully he'll be able to find it here. Here's the 3-1. There you go. A pop-up. Third base side. Foul ground. Oh, it's out of play. Full count, though. 2 strikes on the batter with 2 down and the base is empty. Here comes the payoff pitch to Hicks. Kremer deals. Swing and a miss. Sit down. This inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 2, the Marlins nothing. Folks, once again, can't we just get this all out of the way now? Because if we do, I won't have to bug you about it every 15 minutes. I really am looking out for your best interests. You're here to enjoy baseball coverage and maybe crack in a few jokes. You don't want to hear me talk about the like button, but look, folks, the channel, it's a live stream channel, and these things are important. So we got about 139 people here. About 80 of you could hit that like button right now. And you've done your part. That's all you got to do. Why do I have the feeling you know this already? Go ahead and just knock it on out. And then once we hit 100, I'll start to, lay off the gas pedal on pushing for those likes to get up there, okay? You're not here for me to do the like count thing. I get it. But we all have to understand this community is going to survive with everybody pitching in a little bit. And again, it doesn't have to be a monetary thing. Just a simple task like tapping that thumb. You're doing something. Being here, you're doing something. Telling somebody else about the channel would be doing something. Lots of ways to help, folks. All right. George says Mansolino has got the Captain Chesapeake theme just running on a loop in his head. All right, we're in the bottom of the second inning. Tyler O'Neill is up, folks.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
We're home. We're home, and we're looking to sweep the fish. O'Neill hits it way high in the air. And wait a minute. Center fielder, after coming in, has to now change direction a little bit. Maybe some swirling wind in the ballpark. But the catch is made for the first out. O'Neill retired quickly, one away for Ced Mullins.
Folks said, now you know what to do.
Ced knows what to do. Ced Mullins, the average is only 215, but he's still leading the team in home runs with 13. And I would have to think, with Mateo having been out for a while, that Mullins is probably the stolen base leader as well. There's a curveball in there for a strike from Cabrera. The count is 1-1 on Mullins. Dingleberry, you are absolutely right. I'm telling you right now, folks, you don't have to believe me, although you should.
Do you believe in me?
BW and this team, we are tethered. We are like Elliot and E.T. We experience the same pain and the same joy. Yesterday was another prime example. I mean, you mean to tell me on a day where I passed 3,000 subscribers is the same day the Orioles sweep a doubleheader? Probably the most enjoyable day of the season. And my channel had its most enjoyable day of the season. It's just, it's what's that word? What's that big old word? Serendipitous, I believe. It's serendipitous, folks. I want to look up that word one more time just to make sure I don't sound ridiculous. The occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I think it's more than that, though. There's more of a spiritual connection going on. We got a full count on Mullins. Payoff pitch is hit foul off to the right. What happens after 4,000 subscribers? Well, that means we are now 80% of the way to guaranteeing that this channel ain't going anywhere for a long time. We got a payoff pitch. Hit up toward the middle, but the shortstop near the second base bag will gobble it up, throw to first in time. All right. That'll bring up Stallings. And this works out nicely. If Stallings does make the last out here, we'll have the top of the order ready to hit in the third. Stallings hitting just a $152. Most of his time at the plate this season with the Rockies. Wow, that pitch at 100 miles an hour from Cabrera up and in on Stallings for ball one. So Cabrera's got a flame-throwing arm. And that pitch is in there for a strike, a slider. Kind of reminds me of an ex-Cabrera the Orioles used to have back in the day. A guy that threw really hard, had some stuff, but the command just never could quite be found. Anybody remember the first name of that Cabrera? We had a lot of high hopes for him, but just couldn't quite put it all together. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Stallings could not reach the slider, and the count even up at 2-2. Joel's got it. Daniel Cabrera, folks. Remember the Daniel Cabrera years? This Cabrera reminds me of that Cabrera. 2-2 pitch. That is a 99-mile-an-hour fastball fouled off. So Stallings making Cabrera work. He'll see at least a sixth pitch. Here it is. And a big cut and a miss on a pitch that was up and in. I don't know if Stallings swung because he thought it looked good or swung because he didn't want the ball to hit him in the face. That ball was up and in. He swung at it and missed. Not the best at-bat for Stallings. The inning is over, but the Orioles are going to do all right. We didn't do anything in that inning, but that was the bottom part of the order. Top of the order will be up in the third. We're going to the top of the third now with the Marlins due up. It'll be Norby, Sonoja, and Edwards. So, yeah, folks. when it comes to any hopes about making a miracle second half run, you say miracle, folks, we have to go back as far as one season ago to find an example of a team in a similar kind of situation. Maybe they weren't quite as in the hole as we are, but bottom line, the Detroit Tigers, at this stage last season, they were technically sellers in the trade window market. They actually sold more players than they brought in. And what did they wind up doing anyway? Having the best second half record in baseball and finding a way to get into the postseason. Now, of course, to pull off a miraculous turnaround like that, it really helps to have one of the best, if not arguably the best starting pitcher in baseball, Tarek Skubal, to help guide you. We don't really have that weapon. But maybe Trevor Rogers can kind of be a weapon similar. That's our lefty right now. And he's putting up some nice pitching lines. He's only had one start that wasn't really, really solid. And he will be facing his former team in this series, I think tomorrow. Connor Norby at the plate. First pitch swinging. Line drive, base hit over the glove of Gunnar Henderson in the left field. So Norby, who, along with Stowers, left the Orioles almost to the day a year ago. Again, they were part of a trade deadline move that brought Trevor Rogers our way. Everybody upset with that trade, myself included at the time. And I still feel like it wasn't the right move for the time. But I've come around on it. I see the value of Trevor Rogers. Rogers, again, if you weren't aware, was the runner-up for the Rookie of the Year in his rookie season. So there is some indication that if he can be healthy and put it together, that he can be a top part of your rotation. Maybe not an ace, but a top part of your rotation guy, and still young enough to maybe even get better. Sonoja at the plate. He's got a 1-1 count. This pitch has the plate, but it's a little bit low. 2-1. Runner at first, nobody out for the Marlins. Two-one from Kremer. That one's hitting the air to left. A long run from Cowser toward the foul line. In fair ground, he makes the catch in the very corner. And because it's so far into the corner, Connor Norby is able to tag from first and make it up to second base. That was a long way for Cowser to go, at least 80 feet or so. Right in front of the wall and foul line in the left field corner. All right, runner at second now for the Marlins, one away, and back to the top of the order for Edwards. There's been a lot of pitching injuries for the Marlins. Ryan Weathers, how you doing, Charm City Entertainment? Ryan Weathers, it's a result of, I believe, the Marlins organization not handling these arms the best they can. Here's a bunt and picked up quickly. Throw to first is in time. Oh, Dean Kremer did not waste a single muscle to pounce on this bunt. It was a solid bunt on the third base side, the right pace on it, but Kremer with the bare hand pickup and a strike to first and just beat that base runner. 2 down. Nice play, Dino, helping his own cause. Runner at third base now for the Marlins, Norby over there. Here's Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a miss. Oh, the high fastball from Kremer. That one was at 94. First inning, his fastball was hitting 92. So it's starting to get a little more zip on the heater. That's nice. Always nice when you get that little extra, especially going through a lineup a second time. Sanchez saw that 92 version of the fastball, and that's probably why he was so late on that swing. Kremer tries to go back to the well with another high fastball, but that one's too high for Sanchez to want to even offer at. So we got a 1-1 count now. Pitch. That one dips a little bit low with the splitter. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, runner at third for the Marlins. Orioles have a 2-0 lead in the top of the third as we are playing the first game of 3. Final series before the All-Star break. Swing and a miss. There is another splitter. This one on the outside edge. And Kremer's 1 strike away of getting through the third inning. Crowd making a little bit of noise. Here comes the 2-2. He tried to go back to that high fastball, but Sanchez lays off, and the count runs full. Otto Lopez is on deck for the Fish. Payoff pitch coming from Kremer. Hit on the ground, foul on the first base side. And we'll do it again. Folks, I'm not biased. I promise you I'm not biased. Camden Yards is still the best damn ballpark in baseball, at least of the modern era. It's really hard to top places like Fenway and Wrigley with all that history and quirks. This ball's hit to left. This should be easy for Cowser. He's there. He's got it, and this inning is over. So Kremer works around Norby's single. Norby got as far as third base, but that's it. We go to the bottom of the third. Orioles still up 2-0. Did I get a chance to run down everybody's name earlier? I don't think I did. Let's try it real quick. I apologize because I can't go all the way back to the start of chat. Too much time has passed. Dingleberry, Chilo. Wait, Chilo's saying, don't boo BW. Dingleberry, you would never. Rising Rhino is here, folks. Rhino is here again. Let me say it again. Rising Rhino has a YouTube channel of his own, and folks, I encourage you to check it out. I think if you click right on his name here in the chat, it'll give you the option to check out his channel. He's a mod here, so I think it works out that way. Baxter's here. Warren saying, hey, BW. How you doing? Hey, you, Warren. Patrick, Bam, 6956, Edward. We got Matt and Rob, a couple of great mods here. Joel, Travis, Hutchins, Mr. Hyde, AB Normal. AB, you were here yesterday with a freaking home run, wasn't it, AB? Chipper knocked it out of the park. Patrick, did I get you already? I think I'm repeating. Slater is here. Geez, I feel like I'm repeating names. Deshaun Chomas. I get that right? Hey, Mr. Birdwatcher, Fitzy's stream was canceled, so I'm going to be here for tonight. Well, welcome in, sir. Oh, are you real? Are you the actual Fitzy? That looks like your face with a painted-on mustache in the avatar. I can't tell. It's too small. Are you posing as Fitz? Who are you? Who are you? Hey, Jackson Holiday's up, folks. First pitch is way outside for ball one. Holiday hit a ground rule double on the first pitch he saw in the first and came around to score. And that 2-run inning, he is now looking at a 1-1 count and lifts this one in the air. Shallow center. It could find, oh, no, it hangs up too long. The center fielder coming in to make the catch, Sonoja. All right, George, did I get you? Once again, thanks to Andrea for the Magic membership gift. SM Kansas Radar and more is here. What's more? I want to know what the more is. What else you got? Deshaun, did I get you? Bobo? Cosmos? Here's a line drive by Westberg in the right center field. It's into the gap, but it's cut off there. Westberg will have himself a 1-out single, folks, and he turns on the faucet. Jordan Westberg. Folks, there's been some topic on my Discord regarding the all-time Oriole team. I guess the Orioles kind of put out a list, and other folks in the Discord are putting out their own versions. Here's a line drive, base hit into center field by Gunnar. Hit too hard right at the center fielder for Westberg to go to third. Station to station, that ball 108 off the bat. Gunnar. That ball was hit very hard. The crack of that bat, a thing of beauty. The line keeps moving, folks. 2 on, 1 out for Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Hey, folks, if I didn't shout your name out, I wasn't trying to ignore you. I did the best I could, and I didn't have time to get through it all. First pitch curveball in there for a strike to O'Hearn. He doubled and drove in a run his first time up. Home plate umpire heading over toward the Oriole dugout for something. Needs some extra balls, I guess. Well, I know a lot of umpires out there that could use some extra balls. Get it? Here's a swing and a miss by O'Hearn. The count is 0-2. Ben McDonald and Ryan O'Hearn having a pregame talk. There's a base hit up the middle by O'Hearn. Let's see if they send Westberg. They do. The throw-in is offline and late. It is 3-0 Baltimore. 3 straight hits off of Cabrera. Splash it up. 3-0. Folks, the offense is here. Kremer's looking good so far as well. Could we have a complete victory and give us that momentum to sweep these fish and put ourselves in the spot that I said we got to get to this spot in order to really have the kind of hope that doesn't just look like desperate, delusional thinking. Like, folks, you got to look at this season and just pay attention to our division right now. Don't even worry about the wild card in terms of the entire league, because right now, if the season were to end today, every team above us in our division would get in. The division winner and all 3 wild card spots. So that means we have one goal right now, as Laureano will foul off the first pitch he sees, 0-1. First and third for the Orioles with 1 out, a run in. There's one target right now. There's one goal to achieve, and then when we do that, then we assess what we got to do next. But all we got to worry about right now is getting out of 5th place and getting into 4th place in the division. Okay? We cannot get into the playoffs as a last place team. It's impossible. It's possible as a 4th place team. We got to get into 4th. That is our mission right now. Don't even worry about all that other stuff. All right, 1-1 on Laureano. That ball's hit on the ground, foul, third base side, 1-2. That's why these division games we have coming up in the second half are so vitally important. We're going to have to put up some losses along the way, folks. Every team does, but we have to really play strong if we're going to pull off this miracle. But against these division teams, we got to win every series, every damn one. Here is a grounder foul again by Laureano. Makes it 1-2 still. Laureano with the fly ball here would be able to get the runner in. Gunner's at third base. That pitch is low and away in the count now. It's 2-2. Let's get a bugle in here, folks. So, yeah, folks, just think about it that way. We got to put our heads down and just win games. And when somebody taps us on the shoulder and says, hey, you're in 4th place now, then we can start talking. But we can't really do much until we get to 4th place. All right, it is a full count payoff pitch. Laureano lifts this one into left center field. There's a lot of real estate out there, and it finds a spot. 1 run will come in. Laureano will get to second base with an RBI double. It is 4-0 as Henderson comes in to score. Oh, my. Folks, this is the kind of game you want to be there in person for right now. This is some good baseball. Here's Colton Cowser. Get those cows up and get them up quick. Second and third, the infield is drawn in. And Cowser takes low for ball 1. O'Hearn is at third. And Laureano is at second. Is that right? I got that right? Yeah. O'Hearn at third. Laureano at second. Swing and a miss by Cowser makes it a ball and a strike. Again, just a fly ball here gets a run in. A ground ball. They can get through this drawn in infield, too. Here's a curveball, catches the outside corner. Strike 2. 1-2 on Cowser. Hey, booty smacker, long time no see. 1-2 pitch, popped up. Get out of play. Get out of play. Oh, it just bounces off the screen. Oh, saved by the screen. Cowser's at bat will continue with a 1-2 count. 4-0 Baltimore, folks. And we have scored in both the first and third innings, a pair of runs, and this third inning still active. Just one out. 1-2 pitch. Inside 2-2, folks. Come on now. Looks like the scoreboard is actually a little bit ahead of me. Let's go over here for a minute. You're all caught up with where we're at. Let's just hang here. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Cowser strikes out. Bummer. That's a bummer, man. Oh, I hate to see strikeouts with a runner at third and less than 2 down. You just want to make contact any which way you can. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Going to try and get those 2 runners in. Second and third, 2 down. 2 runs in already. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball. And it's 0-1 on Popeye.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
The 0-1, low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Neill, you would think a pitcher like Cabrera would be very attractive for O'Neill to hit a ball really far and really hard. Let's see if he can square one up. That one's hit on the ground. First baseman bobbles it, flip to the pitcher, though. He does recover in time on a ground ball, 3-1 on the putout to win the inning. The Orioles score twice for the second time in the first 3 innings. And as we head to the 4th, they've built themselves a 4-0 lead. How you doing, folks? Soren says congrats. And Soren also, folks, if you want to get my attention, you got to do what Soren does. You got to type in @ and start typing in my name. It'll auto-populate. You can just click on the name. So it doesn't take too much to do it. But when you do that, whatever your message is, has it got a big stripe of orange covering where it pops. That's what the @ mention is for, folks. Of course, a super chat will always get my attention too, but if you just want to do it the easy way, @ mention me. And thank you, Soren, for your congratulations comment. When did we break 3,000? It was just yesterday. I hope so, because we haven't exactly gone too much farther from there. Well, we're not at 3010, but we're probably not quite to 3020. Let's see what the current count is. Currently, we're at 3018. So 2 more subscribers will make that number flip to 3020. Once again, folks, BW putting this channel together like MacGyver with some duct tape, some chewed bubble gum, a couple of strands of twine, just whatever I've got. A couple of paper clips, whatever I got to keep this channel running without, pouring more cash into it than I can. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty simple. It's visually not painful to look at like some channels I've seen out there. They're trying to do too much. I mean, just 5,000 colors and big block graphics like in your face. We are in the top of the 4th. Dean Kremer's got 1 strike on Otto Lopez. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Marlins. So we'll see Stowers coming up here shortly. The 0-1, low and away, 0-2. The Orioles have 7 hits already through the first 3 innings. Marlins have just 2. Kremer's only got 1 strikeout in the first 3 innings, but he hasn't walked anybody. He's on 36 pitches, doing perfectly fine in that department. Cutter misses the plate, and it's 2-1 on Lopez. Travis says, give yourself more credit. This channel is great, very entertaining. Oh, no, I think the channel is great too. Don't get me wrong. I know that I don't put so much emphasis on the window dressing of the channel, if you will. It's the same philosophy I have when I go to a restaurant. Like when I go to a restaurant, I really don't need a bunch of crap hanging on the wall or some fancy looking layout. Like, I'm here for the food, okay? Are you cooking good food? I will be here. Provided that, you pass health inspection codes and all that. If the food's good, I show up. I could care less about the window dressing. 2-2 pitch to Lopez. Is outside, full count. Aaron's Room says, thanks for calling these games. Congrats on 3,000. Been subscribed almost 2 full seasons, I think. Well, I wouldn't say 2 full seasons because the channel's only been around for 1.5 seasons. But basically from the start, Aaron's. Nice to have you in here. Foul ball, still 3-2 on Lopez, leading off the top of the 4th. As the sun begins to set here in Baltimore. This ball's popped up. Who wants it? It's kind of a no man's land. Mullins coming on strong late, and he will make the catch. Wow. I'm not sure if Sed thought that was his ball off the bat, but eventually it was. He makes the catch. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Soren says, your value isn't tied to subs. Oh, my value cannot be measured in any way. I'm priceless. Folks, you're going to want to make sure BW is doing well and going to be here for a while. I just noticed that the Marlins sponsor patch is ADT. So the fish are protected by ADT. Hey, if you live in Florida, a security alarm for your house is probably a good business to advertise. Oh, Florida, folks. That is one crazy state. 1-1 pitch to Ramirez. Foul back 1-2. Everybody here has heard of Florida Man, right? There's that Captain Chesapeake yacht cap giveaway. Man, I want that cap. I don't think I would fit right on my head. I've got a giant head. It's not easy to find a hat that fits. Even with the adjustable little plastic strap on the back. 1-2 on Ramirez. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. Mr. Hyde likes the warped humor. Thanks, Mr. Hyde. I mean, that just proves I'm a local boy, right? If your humor isn't warped, if you're a Marylander, a Baltimore person, I mean, that's just kind of how we do things. We're a little bit weird, and we're okay with that. We embrace it. I wear it proudly. I'm weird. Sorry, I'm just boring. Normal is just too boring for me. It's too boring. 2-2 on Ramirez. And Ramirez asks for time. Actually, it might have been Stallings that asked. It's hard to tell. Umpire is making a note about something. All right. Here is the 2-2 to Ramirez. Curveball, that one's hit hard, but it's always hooking foul down the left field line. Into the crowd. Foul ball, 2-2. Folks, you're talking about reminding you of listening to games back in the day, old school style. Folks, I embrace that so much. Called strike 3 to Ramirez. Sit down.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
In fact, folks, I found a clip just randomly. I wasn't trying to look for it. I was just watching a regular ball game uploaded to YouTube. A game from the 1980 season between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago White Sox when Harry Carey was still a play-by-play guy for the White Sox. And I've got about a 30-second sound clip of Harry Carey welcoming in former major leaguer Jimmy Pearsall, an outfielder that played in the bigs in the 50s and 60s, most notably for the Red Sox. You might have heard of Jimmy Pearsall, all of you old schoolers out there. Anyway, I'll play that for you between the next inning. You're gonna love it. It's 30 seconds of just everything you love about baseball. This pitch bounces into Kyle Stowers. He's got a 2-1 count with 2 down and the bases empty. 4-0 Baltimore in the top of the 4th. Kremer is about to throw his 54th pitch. And that one is a splitter up and away. 3-1. Next pitch, fouled back. We got a full count. One more strike to get out of the 4th. So again, folks, I'm going to be playing a clip here in a moment, and just picture it. We're at Comiskey Park in 1980. Harry Carey in the booth. He's welcoming a former major leaguer, Jimmy Pearsall, and the two of them are just catching up. That's going to be ball 4. Kyle Stowers will get a 2-out walk. First free pass given up by Kremer. And that'll bring up Eric Wagaman, who's 0 for 1. Kremer steps back onto the rubber, peers in for the sign. And here comes the first pitch to Wag. Oh, no. First, we're going to check the runner. Stowers is back in. Stowers is a big guy, but he can swipe a base on you. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice cutter from Kremer that breaks off the plate. The count is 0-1 on Wagaman. Next pitch. On the outside edge, another well-spotted pitch from Kremer makes it 0-2. Once again, we are 1 strike away from getting through the 4th. 4 shutout innings for Kremer we're looking for right now. Crowd is making some noise on this 0-2 pitch, and that one way high, about neck high. 1-2. Hey, everybody. Harry Carey coming at you. The 1-2. Low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Happy birthday to Angie Jabrowski of Olney, Maryland, celebrating her 98th birthday. That pitch is low. It's a full count on Wagaman. 2 down, which means Stowers will get a head start at first base. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. He struck him out. Dean Kremer strikes out Wagaman to win the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Please enjoy this priceless 30-second clip from 1980 in a conversation in the broadcast booth between Harry Carey and Jimmy Pearsall. Where is it?
Boy, Harry, you're full of energy. You look great. I hate to tell you how I feel.
I've had that bad back myself.
Also, with this cold, it just seems like it's settled in there.
That's age, friend.
I don't care what it is. It feels awful.
You smell like a drugstore.
That's right. I am a drugstore.
You're not a hypochondriac, are you?
What does that mean? Oversexed?
I love it. Oh, that's worth playing just one more time, just so you can... It's not the most clear, but good grief, this is hilarious. I'll be right back, folks.
Boy, Harry, you're full of energy. You look great. I hate to tell you how I feel.
I've had that bad back myself.
Also, with this cold, it just seems like it's settled in there.
That's age, friend.
I don't care what it is. It feels awful.
You smell like a drugstore.
That's right. I am a drugstore.
You're not a hypochondriac, are you?
What does that mean? Oversexed?
Folks, back in the day when you can just say whatever the hell and you didn't get into trouble and you just said whatever the hell, right? In a baseball game, anything goes. By the way, I was misdiagnosed as a hypochondriac myself. Very ironic. All right. Said Mullins is at the plate. Said, do you know what to do?
Well said, now you know what to do.
Let me know if you know what to do. Let's go over here. Swing and a miss. Curveball. Count as 1-1. Another cut and a miss by Mullins on the curveball makes it 1-2. By the way, folks, BW has thought about it since last night. Now that the Orioles have 4 picks in the top 37 in the upcoming draft, which is on Sunday night, I think I'm going to do a live stream of that. Would you guys be interested in hanging out and watching us? I don't know how long it takes to get through the first 37 picks. I'm hoping it's all in one night. But anybody interested in hanging out for that? Because we're going to be drafting 4 brand new Orioles over the course of a couple of hours. I felt like I didn't really have the knowledge to, sit there and try and analyze all these prospects and who should we target, because I honestly don't know. But it's more of just a reaction and a hangout, just to see who we're getting and then take a deeper look at those players and try and think about the future, right? Great. Sounds good. So I think I'm going to cover that in lieu of the Home Run Derby, because, yes, I did the Home Run Derby last year, but that was mainly because Gunnar Henderson was in it. Here's a base hit in the outfield by Ced Mullins. He's aboard, a leadoff single for Ced, his first hit of the ball game. Yeah, so the home run derby, obviously no Oriole is in it, and I'm thinking to myself, am I really going to enjoy just watching a bunch of guys I don't really have a whole lot of interest in this home run derby? I think I'm going to skip that, have a night off, but then call the All-Star game. So Sunday night, again, I'll be calling, obviously, the final game on Sunday afternoon, and then I'm not sure when to start the stream. I can't tell you a start time. I'll put up a community post about it, and maybe by tomorrow's game, know exactly when to start that stream. But, yeah, let's hang out and watch the draft. Here's a pitch high, and there goes the runner, and Mullins has himself a stolen base. Folks, we got one guy we can trust to do that. Mullins with his 13th steal of the season. Puts himself in the scoring position. There's still nobody out. A 1-1 count on Jacob Stallings. It's now Stallings' primary job. Move that runner over. Try to hit it to the right side if you can. He taps this one foul on the left side. And the count is 1-2 on Stallings. Holiday, the top of the order, due up next. Hey there, Ronnie. Got some rain in Stone Mountain. Swing and a miss. Stallings strikes out. And Stallings is pointing at something. What's he want? Catcher interference? I think he's calling for catcher's interference. The Orioles are picking up the phone right now to see if there's something worth challenging. If anybody would know it's catcher's interference, it'd be the catcher. And I think Stallings might have a case here. Are we going to challenge this or not? Apparently not. Okay. I would trust Stallings. I mean, he's a catcher. He would know more than anybody if this was something worth challenging. But we're not going to do it. One away. Here's Jackson Holiday. And he takes a curveball in there, top of the zone for a strike. Hey, Birdwatcher, why don't say hi? Why don't say me hi? Oh, boy. Is this another case of having to rearrange words to make a coherent sentence? Let me try this again. Why you don't say me hi? Mecca lecca hi, mecca heiny ho? Hi, Frank. How are you? How the heck are you? 0-2 the count on Holiday. And Cabrera holding this ball in his glove a long time. Here comes the pitch. Holiday fouls it back. Folks. Frank, no offense, but you sound like my grandma back in the day. Why don't you say hi to me, boy? You never call. Holiday strikes out, 2 away. He strikes out swinging. That'll be up to Jordan Westburg, folks. Westburg's already 2 for 2.
West is that way.
Got a chance for a big night. He's already got a run driven in, and he's scored twice. He's got a guy out there at second base, Mullins, and he takes a curveball in there for a strike. 0-1 on Westburg. The next one is a curveball swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Two down, runner at second. The 0-2 to Westburg. Swing and a miss. He chased one way outside and strikes out. Cabrera had Westberg tied up in knots in that at-bat. And the inning is over. The Orioles strand one. They've left 4 men on. And they do not score in this one. We go to the 5th inning. Baltimore 5. Miami squadouche. Folks, I'll be right back. I got a little bit of music here to hold you over until I do return, okay? So, oops. Where is it? Where's my camera? All right. Be right back, folks. Hang in there now.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
Folks, I am using some new clips tonight. The Orioles magic. And then you got this little piece of music from Captain Chesapeake. I don't know if either of those clips are going to generate a copyright claim. I will know about an hour or so after the stream is over. If that happens, I have to go back and edit out that sound, and I will then know I can't really use it. If I do, I have to shorten it to like just a few seconds. But hopefully that Captain Chesapeake music isn't something somebody's going, hey, wait a minute. I wrote that. Where's my royalties? Come on, it's not Stairway to Heaven, for crying out loud. All right, here we go. Top of the 5th. First pitch swinging. Hicks hits a ball out to left field, and Kowser's got it. 1 away. First pitch out for Kremer in the 5th. He is cruising. Connor Norby coming up. Norby has a hit in this one. One of only 2 hits, I believe, for the Marlins. Yep, they still only have 2 hits. Captain Chesapeake theme owned by Metallica. And you know how they are. They're sticklers. Oh, I'm in trouble if Metallica's got the rights to that. Sorry, James Hatfield. Okay, I tell you what, you can have everything I have. I'm sure that'll buy a one amp. All right, there's a curveball to Norby for a strike. Count is 1-1. Swing and a miss on the splitter. A beauty from Kremer makes it 1-2. Nah. Look, if I have to be put in jail for copyright abuse, don't worry. The hat does not have to be incarcerated along with me. The hat will remain a free hat. 1-2 pitch. Ooh. Kremer lost that one out of his hand. You could see him wiping his hand off his pants and now blowing his fingers. That ball slipped out. The count is 2-2 on Norby. Pitch. Upstairs, full count. Hey, Pocket Watch. Thanks a whole bunch. On the road to 4,000, right, folks? Payoff pitch. That ball sounded like a broken bat. It's grounded to third. Westberg across the diamond in time. 2 away. Two down in the 5th, and here comes the number 9 hitter, Sonoja, who's 0 for 1. I got to tell you, folks, I don't see a whole lot of heft to this Marlins offense. I don't want to look back in a couple of days and feel dumb for saying it, but so far it looks that way. There's a strike to Sonoja, 0-1. Kremer has thrown first pitch strikes to 13 of the first 18 batters he has faced. That's strike 2 on a cutter, outer half of the plate. 1 strike away, getting to 5 shutout innings for Kremer. And he's got plenty of stamina to go another inning. This will be the 72nd pitch. Stallings sets up off the plate outside, and that's where Kremer throws it. It's an intended pitch off the plate for ball 1. Joel, I don't think I think you're right. Check swing, a hard appeal, but the first base ump says no. It was a hard appeal by both Stallings and the home plate umpire. Normally when you see the catcher and ump both with an emphatic check, usually that means that player went around, but first base umpire says no. Swing and a miss! Hey, that's a better way to get the strikeout anyway. It looks better than a check swing strikeout, doesn't it? Kremer strikes him out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
5 shutout innings for Dino. He's only given up a couple of hits. We go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway through. Orioles 4. Marlins squadoosh. Folks, how you doing out there now?
We're on a mission from God.
This being Baltimore and all.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
Oh, boy, is this great!
It is great, isn't it, folks? Let's check in right now with the Yankees, see what's going on.
There's the 1-2. Behind the right center field, there's a base hit. And that one gets away from Jazz. Another run is in. More bad defense from the Yankees. It's 7-0. Jazz could have handled the throw coming in from the outfield. And just like that, it is a 7-0 ball game. I just fucking take the whole team off the field, man. Take the whole team off the field. Take the whole team off the field. Take them all. Get them all fucking out of here. I'm so done. I can't even look at this anymore, man.
Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby.
This is truly disgusting. This is disgusting.
Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in them. That
was the life of a Yankee fan, folks. It's got to be tough. For a team that's got, 27 rings or whatever, I mean, they talk about it ad nauseum. I should know. They keep wanting to tell you, even though all but 2 of them happened more than 40 years ago now, I think. Yeah. It's got to be tough to be a Yankee fan with all those championships and all that money, and got to be tough. We got a new pitcher out here for the Marlins. Tyler Phillips? Tyler Phillips, a right-hander with a 3.86 ERA. Cabrera is out of the ballgame a little bit earlier than he would have thought. I mean, he wasn't exactly doing great. 8 hits in 4 innings, but he didn't walk anybody, and it was only on 76 pitches. Actually, it would appear that Cabrera is departed with some sort of injury because Phillips right now is getting more warm-up pitches before the start of the inning than is normal. This is the kind of warm-up for an injury replacement. So a little break in the action here, folks. We'll be getting underway here in a little bit. Hey, the Orioles' next giveaway, folks. The giveaways. You don't want to miss these giveaways. Oh, it's not an actual giveaway. It's a giveaway, but you got to go to the guest experience kiosk to get a hat. I don't know. Hey, there's... Evening has set in Baltimore, folks. What a beautiful sight. Man, I tell you, I miss being at that ballpark. It's been a long, long time. It's the toughest thing about moving out here. I want to be there. Maybe one day BW will come back for a tour. Maybe have a little bit of a meet and greet with you guys. Pick a ball game for us to go to. That would be great. All right, we're ready to go. Gunnar Henderson's up, folks. We got some big bats in this inning. First pitch to him is a curveball low for ball one.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Let's go. Oh, I am at the ballpark. I forgot. Thank you, Chilo. Oh, yeah. Hey, can I get a SK dog over here? Just mustard. Only mustard. Thanks. That pitch is high to Gunnar. 2-1 the count. I'm in the new planned luxury box, right? Yeah, let me get a Starbucks coffee with that. Thanks. A coffee and a hot dog? That sounds disgusting. Breakfast of champions. This ball's tapped foul by Henderson. The count is 2-2. Leading off the bottom of the fifth. Gunnar is 1 for 2. Some nice looking nights for a lot of hitters already. Holiday has a hit. Westberg 2. Gunnar has 1. O'Hearn has 2. Laureano's got 1, and Mullins has 1. Only Cowser, O'Neill, and Stallings yet to get a hit. Here is a tapper foul, and we'll have another 3-2 pitch coming to Henderson. Joel, we've been overdue for an all-star game. It's ridiculous. It's a great ballpark. It's, it's perfect to host an all-star game. The fact that we haven't had one since sort of the obligatory one that every team gets for a brand new ballpark, and it's been now, 33 years since we've opened this place? Come on, give us another all-star game. You're absolutely right. Gunnar Henderson's just walked, folks. I mean, folks, if you have memories of the only All-Star game at Camden Yards, it was one of the more memorable All-Star games of the past 30, 35 years. It had Randy Johnson and John Kruk going head-to-head on the first batter. We got a double play ball. Ryan O'Hearn just hit into a twin killing. That sucks.
Stop it all.
So after Gunnar reaches on the walk, O'Hearn wipes it away with a double play ball. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the fifth. Here's Laureano. Goes after the first pitch off the end of the bat, and that one will trickle foul on the first base side. Yeah, you had Ken Griffey Jr. hitting the warehouse. I was just about to say it, and Joel's comment popped up right at the same time. You had the home run derby, Jr. hitting the warehouse. Here is a ball hit into center field. Laureano's got himself a hit, his second of the night. He doubled in his previous at-bat. Laureano continues to impress. Average now at 272 after that hit. OBW, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Colton Cowser's up, folks. Get them cows up quick. Laureano at first, 2 down. 1-0 the count on the Milkman. Pitch inside, 2-0. Two and 0 on Cowser. Laureano with a short lead at first. Hit on the ground right to first, and an easy tap of the bag for the unassisted putout. Inning over. No, nothing doing here for Baltimore. 1 base runner left on. We go to the 6th. It's still the Orioles 4 and the Marlins nothing. Folks, let's check in on those likes. We have passed 100. Fantastic. Here's a big old thank you from BW.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Thanks so much, folks. We've got 165 people watching, so 50-something folks could maybe hit that like button if they would like to show a little random act of kindness. It's not all that random, but it really helps. Hit that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen, folks. Appreciate it. We've got 1 new Magic member tonight. That was gifted by Andrea earlier. Appreciate that as well. And in terms of subscribers, well, let's see. Can we get to 3020 at some point? We are at 3020. Did that flip over on the screen? Let's see. It did. It did. Keep those subscribers going, folks. You never had it so good. It took a while to get to 3,000 this year, folks. But maybe in this second half, if the Orioles can get on a roll, maybe we can get 1,000 subscribers and get to 4K by the end of the season. That would be fantastic. That would total about 1,500 for the season. Season 1 got about 2,500. So I don't think I'm being greedy to ask for about, 60%, 65% of what I got last year? That would be nice. All right, we go to the top of the 6th. Kremer has been fantastic through the first 5 innings. Another good start, at least so far. Let's keep it going. First pitch here in the 6th to Xavier Edwards is a called strike. Top of the order up now for the Marlins. Edwards is 0 for 1. He also had a sacrifice bunt. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Agreed, Pocket Watch, agreed. Pitch bounces in there for a ball. 1-2 on Edwards. Folks, I've seen other channels out there. Oh, I can see the scoreboard is a little bit wonky. Let me fix that. I'm not sure why it jumped. Let's just go over here because I got a feeling that's going to just correct itself. If I correct it, then I'll have to go back and correct it again. There's a swing and a miss. Edwards strikes out to begin the 6th inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
1 away. Here's Jesus Sanchez. Look at that Baltimore twilight sky. Thing of beauty. Pitch. Curveball. A little bit outside. Had the top of the zone, but off the plate outside. 1-0. That's true, Pocket Watch. That's true. Then again, what if I started in 2023? That probably would have been really good. Here's a ball hit into center. Mullins is going to drift toward the gap in left center to make the catch. 2 down. Hey, David in France. Nice to catch you in here. I saw you pop in late on a game not too long ago, and I didn't have a chance to shout you out. It's always good to have my old buddy David here. How you doing, man? 2 down. Here's Otto Lopez. Kremer is on 80 pitches. He could go 7. If this at bat, it's over. It's a grounder to gunner. Over to first. In time. A 1-pitch out. 6 shutout innings for Kremer. And he's got enough left in the tank for another inning, especially considering it's his final start before the All-Star break. He'll have time to rest up. Let's send Dino out there for the 7th. Absolutely. Let's go. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 Baltimore. Folks, it's been so long since I just would walk up and down Utah Street, take in the smells of Boog's Barbecue Pit, maybe sneak a special lucky in the corner of a concourse somewhere. Oh, folks, there is a statute of limitations with this, right? BW might have had a special lucky or two at the ballpark. Don't hold it against me. There's that Bromo Seltzer Tower. It's the most beautiful tower in old Baltimore. The O's. Looking good, hon. Looking good. Let me go ahead and refresh this stream now while I'm thinking about it. I don't think we're near 2 hours quite yet, but thought popped in my head. Let's get this refreshed and ready for the final half of the game here. All right. Absolutely, Slater. Absolutely. Hey, thanks, David. Yeah, Kremer. Look, we all knew that Kremer was, with a healthy rotation, a guy that is kind of a number 5 guy. 4 at best. But, yeah, he's helped keep things from getting crazy out of control. O'Neill lifts one on the first pitch, but not enough on it. He'll fly out to left. O'Neill has had a quiet night at the plate. Phillips is still out there on the mound for the Marlins. He'd thrown 14 pitches in relief of Cabrera to get through the 5th inning. And he's out here for another inning. Said Mullins takes a called strike.
Well said, now you know what to do.
That pitch outside. 1-1 on Mullins. Said's got a base hit and a stolen base. He fouls this one off to the left. 2 strikes. Folks, tomorrow, game 2 of this series will be a late afternoon start. I believe 4:05 is the first pitch, local time. Our stream will start at 3:50 p.m. This ball is hit out toward left field, should be playable, and is caught by Stowers for out number 2. The pitching matchup tomorrow, I believe it's going to be, who is it? Rogers, Trevor Rogers, taking on his former team, Should be a nice motivational game for him, and he's already been pitching pretty well lately, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Rogers pitch tomorrow. He'll be up against a guy named Jansen Junk. Here's a ground ball to third by Stallings on one pitch. He grounds out, and this inning is over very, very quickly. That was almost just a punt of an inning at the plate there for Baltimore. All right, we go to the seventh, folks. We are heading into the late innings quick. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing Kremer come out for another inning. Looking good. Section 34, folks. Wild Bill Hagee. That's that section, right? Now, wait a minute. Memorial Stadium was on 33rd Street, right? 33rd Street, section 34. Sometimes I get those two numbers mixed up. Folks, I was doing a little bit of a rabbit hole down YouTube last night, watching some footage of Earl Weaver. And I got to tell you, folks, it's my biggest regret. Why couldn't I have just been born 20 years earlier? Why couldn't I have been around to see the Oriole way? 2 decades pretty much of easily the best era of Orioles baseball. Watching Earl Weaver do his thing, man, he was so good. He was so good. A strategist and a showman. Those were his two things that made him stand out. And, folks, I feel like I've sort of adopted those two things myself. Those are the two things that I focus on when I'm calling the game. Strategy and showmanship. I think me and Earl would have gotten along pretty good. I got to be honest. I'd definitely sneak a lucky with him down in the tunnel. And I wouldn't mind hanging out in the clubhouse, munching on some chicken in our underwear together. You know, like Earl would do. I think me and Earl would have gotten along like peas and carrots, folks. We're in the top of the seventh. Agustin Ramirez takes high from Kremer for ball one. It's pitch number 82 from Dino. Now, he's been great, but we're getting deep here, and so you want to just be a little more. You want to be a little more. You want to watch closely. I can't think of the right word, but you just want to watch closely to make sure Dean doesn't start to fall apart. You don't want to mess up what's already been a great start. 6 innings of shutout ball so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ramirez. That is a swing and a foul. 1-2. Oh, yeah, the manager's corner bit. That's right. You know what I think Alice ought to do with her tomato plant? I think, screw the tomato plant. You need to go out there and, she's worried about where her next, is coming from. Oh, yeah, classic stuff. I've played it here on my stream once or twice, but some people just can't tolerate all the cursing. Folks, I got to just let you know, look, when I drop a GD, see, I'm not going to say it just to say it because that would be in vain. When I say certain words, they're never in vain. There's a reason. But I don't mean to offend anybody out there, but come on, you got to have a little bit of a thick skin. If you're an Oriole fan, you got to know. I mean, this is just how baseball people talk, all right? Earl Weaver had a very, very large potty mouth. Whatever he lacked in height, that mouth of his made him 2 feet taller. 2-2 pitch to Ramirez is grounded towards second. Holiday has it over to first. 1 down. 6 1/3 shutout innings for Kremer. So I hope you can tolerate it, folks. Again, I don't mean to offend anybody out there. That's not how I roll. It's just a natural way of speaking in the world of baseball. You know it is. Come on, folks. It's okay to post in the Discord? Of course it is, Joel. That's what it's there for. Chat it up, post something, as long as it's related to baseball or Baltimore. Is that Stowers up again? He's got an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Stowers. It's already been posted. Is it a Weaver clip, Joel? I've already posted a few today. Scroll up and check them out. Another arm in the Marlin bullpen is up right now. This pitch bounces into Stowers. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th. Orioles have been ahead since the 2nd inning when they went up 2-0, and they have, first inning. First inning, they put up 2 runs, and they have been in control ever since. Fouled away by Stowers. It's still a ball and 2 strikes, and these glasses need cleaning. What is going on? Why is it all cloudy? Swung on, hit hard, and through the right side for a base hit. Line drive single into right field by Stowers with 1 away. That was 104 and change off the bat. He hit that one hard. Only the 3rd hit of the night off of Kremer. I don't think have any been for extra bases. Let's see. Lopez's hit was a single. Stowers with a single, and Norby with a single. Yep, just 3 singles from Kremer. Eric Wagaman at the plate, 1 on, 1 out. Let's get a double play ball. We haven't had one of those tonight, at least on defense. First pitch to Wagaman is off the plate for ball 1. 93 pitches from Kremer right now. The Orioles should start to get somebody up in the pen and be ready if necessary. 1-0. Foul back, 1-1. And there you go, a shot of the Oriole bullpen. It's Ynier Cano getting loose. One and 1 the count on Wagaman. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That splitter from Kremer tonight has induced a lot of whiffs. He's had the curveball pretty effective as well. Been a nice mix of pitches from Kremer tonight. He's only had 1 inning where he's had to throw more than 15 pitches. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Dino is 1 out away from 7 shutout innings.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And folks, this heater right here had some late tailing action on the outside corner. Absolutely nasty. Kremer, where'd that come from? Here is Hicks. He's 0 for 2. Takes a first pitch strike. Kremer might be emptying the tank right now. 3 pitches away from 100. Go ahead, Dino. Empty that tank. Cano can be ready for the 8th. And we may not even have to use the mountain in the 9th. if we can keep this lead 4 runs or more. Here's a foul ball. It's 0-2 on Hicks, folks. One more strike, and Kremer's got himself 7 shutout innings. He is on 98 pitches. And Kevin Brown just backed me up about that splitter of his. He's gotten more whiffs on it than he's had in quite some time this start. Swing and a miss, and that's the splitter again, folks. Woo!
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks. Tip of the hat to Dean Kremer. Folks, come on now. What if we just could figure out whatever had been going wrong up until this last few weeks or so? I mean, if we were able to just remove the memory of those first 8 weeks, we would have even more optimism than maybe we already have. Maybe more than we should be having. Oh, thank you, Chilo. Hey, by the way, folks, Chilo Appreciation Day. Do me a favor and shout Chilo out, because Chilo is starting up a tradition that I probably would have forgotten without that clue in the chat. Folks, it is 7th inning stretch time in Baltimore. It is time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. 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 Thank God I'm a country boy.
That's right. Once again, Chilo, just want to say, my apologies for whenever I sometimes crack down on you a little bit. But unlike a lot of people out there, you've got a thick skin. You see that me as a overall person is a good guy, and the intentions are they're well-intended intentions. Is that a little bit redundant? I'm sorry, but Chilo understands, and look, not a whole lot of people have that in them. So I'm gonna have to tip my cap to Chilo as well. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. And we got a left-hander for the Marlins out here now, Gibson. Jackson Holiday is at the plate, top of the order for Baltimore. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Cade Gibson is making his 22nd appearance. He's got a 2.57 ERA. In 28 innings. Opponents hitting 226. Swing and a miss by Holiday on a sweeper. And the count is 1-2. Jackson's got a double back in the first. 0 for 2 since then. The 1-2. Way high, 2-2. I guess it must be pretty humid in Baltimore because it's nighttime. It doesn't seem like the temperature is crazy hot, but it's looking kind of sticky out there. We got a full count now on Holiday. Payoff pitch. How about a walk for Holiday? Here's a ground ball to the right side. It's a diving stop by the second baseman, Edwards, and he's able to pop up and throw out Holiday in time, 1 away. Folks, can confirm it is pretty humid. Yeah, it's just everyone's got a bit of a layer of sweat on them out there. Everybody's glistening. It's that Baltimore humidity glisten. We all know how that is. Ugh, I hate it. 1-0 on Westberg, folks.
Well, West is that way.
2 for 3. And a comebacker, but the pitcher can't handle it. It'll head toward the infielders, and that ball's thrown way over the head of first base. I think they'll score a hit. I mean, the throw looks like an error in a vacuum, but I don't think they had a play. And Westberg, you have to assume, would have made it to first anyway. So this should be a base hit, which means Westberg got his third hit of the day. Folks, woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. They do give Westberg credit for a hit there. Here is Gunnar Henderson. And first pitch is a curveball breaking low and away for ball 1.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Gunnar with a base hit and a walk. 1 out, runner at first. That one breaks again, low and away to make it 2-0. It's bugle time, folks. Two and 0 on Gunnar. That one's gonna miss. A curveball that stayed up. 3-0. Ryan O'Hearn on deck. And yeah, this guy on the mound is covered in sweat, just 11 pitches into his appearance. 3-0. That one missed big time. Gunnar didn't get a pitch worth taking his bat off the shoulders, and that at bat, it was pretty much a pitch around, it felt like. Gunnar with the walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right, let me see if I can get this. It's been a long time. I'm going to try to bring up that scoreboard for you again with the balls and strikes. It looks like it's stuck. Oh, there it is. All right. There you go. All right, here we go. So Ryan O'Hearn. Oh, no, it just jumped out of place again. You're just messing with me at this point, aren't you? Here is O'Hearn, folks. 2 on with 1 out. Lefty on lefty matchup here. O'Hearn with a pair of hits already. Takes high for ball 1. All right, I'm going to try to get this thing back up for you. Right about there. Okay. 1-0 pitch. Low. 2-0, folks. Let's get some charges in the Charm City chat. Come on, folks. We're gonna be the reason this team goes on a run. I got a feeling. This ball's popped up. Left center fielder Sonoja wants it, and he'll take it for the second out. O'Hearn flies out to center field. There's 2 down. And Laureano due up next. Come on, Ramon. We need a big 2-out knock. It's been a while since we've scored. We scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third. Nothing going on in the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
And Ramon gets the matchup he wants, facing a lefty. Although he's been hitting righties with no problem. First pitch to him is low and outside. Laureano 2 for 3 tonight. I tell you what, if he were to play the way he has played once he's been given a chance from opening day, he'd have to be considered an all-star reserve. You look at the numbers like slugging percentage, on-base percentage. That all looks good. He just hasn't had the at-bats. 2-0 the count. That one drops in there, a curveball. 2-1. Ramon Laureano, probably the best value signing in the free agent market in the offseason. Just $5 million for this guy. I say just. I'll never see that kind of money. This ball's going to be a flare into right field for a base hit. Westberg, with 2 down, will come around from second to score, and there you go. Laureano does it again, his 3rd hit of the night, and the Orioles keep adding on. It's now 5-0. Folks. Folks, if you recall, at the beginning of this homestand, I said this week is going to be called the 5 Alive week. Win 5 to stay alive. We lost the first game, and we lost it in pretty miserable fashion. We are setting ourselves up to go 3-1 on this trying to win 5 out of 6 goal we've got set up. Colton Cowser's at the plate, folks. Get those cows up. 1-0 pitch to him is a strike at the knees on the outside corner. First and third, 2 down, a run in, 5-0 Baltimore. The 1-1 is hit on the ground softly to second. Edwards will have an easy play and the inning will end, but the Orioles do add on for the first time since the 3rd inning. They are up now to 11 hits. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Orioles. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Marlins. Yennier Cano is making his way from the bullpen now. Kremer's night is over. The Orioles make the call. We go to the 8th inning. Orioles 5, Marlins nothing. And I will be right back. I got to go see a man about a horse. Tonight's game brought to you by Beggin' Strips.
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! 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 There! From that bag! What's it say? I can't read! Please! Please! Give me what's in the bag! Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon!
There you go.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! No! 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 It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
Oh, wow. Here he comes. Let me show you what I mean now. By the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager should.
I learned something, buddy boy.
All right.
Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in the 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right field and deep. And the Mets have taken the lead. Fuck this team.
Hey, we're in the top of the 8th. First pitch from Cano. Ball 1. Sorry, folks. An F-bomb slipped out. That's a Yankee announcer. What are you going to do? They all have Tourette's. 1-1 the count on Norby. Leading off the top of the 8th, he's 1 for 2. Here's a ball hit over the pitching mound. Holiday with an off-balance throw in time. Jackson Holiday with a nice play. Folks, put a star on that one.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Nice throw. Off balance. One away. Here is Sonoja. 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 He swings at the first pitch, fouls it away. Noja. Noja. There's a strike from Cano. 1 ball, 1 strike. Excuse me, 0-2. They had the scoreboard wrong for a sec. 0-2. Even better. There's a right-hander getting loose for the fish. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and Cano strikes a pose.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
1 away in the 8th. 5 outs to go. 5 outs to go. Here is Xavier Edwards, top of the order. We're in 2 outs in the 8th, and we're only now getting through the Marlin order for the 4th time here. Oh and 1 on Edwards. You throw your hat, you pick it up, and then you go over, you kick some dirt on the thing. That's my favorite part of that clip. You kick some dirt on the thing. He forgot the word for plate. He was too angry. Here's a ground ball to Gunner on a big bounce over to first in time, and this inning is over. Cano with a quick and impressive inning. And he's sweating too. Yeah, it's got to be very humid out there. Everybody is glistening, folks. What's the giveaway tonight? Soul Glow? Just let your soul glow. Just let it glow. Let it shine on through. You gotta let that soul glow. All right. What are we doing? Bottom of the 8th coming up. Last chance to add on here. Orioles 5, Marlins nothing. One more check-in on that like count, folks. We're at 124. We can get to 150. It's possible. If you haven't hit that like button yet, folks, just a friendly reminder to tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. Appreciate it. We're on a bit of a roll right now. I think if we all keep doing what we're doing, it could lead to some good things. So everybody pitch in and do their part, all right? We're on a roll right now. I hear the drums echoing tonight. She is only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me toward salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, "Hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you." Lake Bachar. Lake Bachar is on the pitch. I don't know. Bachar. First name Lake. Right-hander on for the Marlins. Never seen this guy. See what he's got. Tyler O'Neill will lead it off. He's been very quiet tonight, 0 for 3. Takes low and away for ball 1. I'd love to see O'Neill contribute something in this game.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
I'd love to see you contribute here tonight, my friend. The 1-0. Low. Well, maybe not low, but outside. It's 2-0. Pitch. That's outside. 3-0, folks. Three 0 to the leadoff man. The pitch. Fouled back. Wow, that pitch was barely touching the outside part of the zone. O'Neill swinging at it anyway. Orioles have a couple of guys up. And with the 5-run lead, they got Bluette and Kittredge. I'd say they go to Kittredge if it stays a 5-run lead. If we add on, they go to Bluette. Here's a line drive base hit into left field. Tyler O'Neill. There's your contribution. O'Neill's on with his first hit of the night. Leadoff man on here in the 8th. That was 106.5 off the bat. Hit so hard, the third baseman, Wagman, could not get the glove to it. It was right there, but it was hit too hard for him to react.
Hey, skibba-da-skah. Everybody's got a hit in the lineup tonight except me. I better get one on the board. Skibba-da-skah.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
0-1 the count on said Mullins. That one bounces and gets away. O'Neill's going to try for 2, and he's going to get in there. O'Neill gets to second base on a wild pitch that didn't get too far away. It was a close play, but he gets in there safely. Nobody out with a runner now in scoring position for Mullins. One pitch, low, 2-1. Folks, this is setting up for a big inning. This pitcher right now hasn't shown me much at all. Let's see if we can put a nice crooked number on the board here. Runner at second, nobody out. The 2-1 to Mullins. That one's popped straight up. That'll be the first out if it stays in play, but we're lucky. It will get out of play. Okay. 2-2 the count on said. Hey, Shante. I saw your message before, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always good to have you here. 2-2 pitch. That one's tapped foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Mullins. I've been leaning on one arm for too long. I have this habit of you'll see with one shoulder I'm propped up on. Here's a swing and a miss. Mullins goes down on strikes, one away. It's just I get in this position. It's probably going to lead to problems. I look like Quasimodo the way I'm sitting. Probably not good for me. If I were to sit straight up, watch the game like this, I don't know. Something feels natural about this pose. Jacob Stallings is up. 1 out, runner at second. Takes low for ball 1. Oh, look at these. Look at this couple. Couple of Hawaiian shirts. A baby wearing some headphones. And both mommy and daddy are drinking some alcohol. It's fantastic. 1-1 on Stallings. Hun, we're out of beer. Could you go get me another? 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Right side. Sanchez heading toward the foul line and makes the catch right on the line. Hard to say if that's a fair ball or a foul ball. It is right on the line. Stallings is out. 2 down. And back to Jackson Holliday. So the Orioles are going through their lineup now for the 5th time, while the Marlins in the top half of the inning were just getting through the lineup for the 4th time. So we basically have had one full trip through the lineup more than the Marlins. That helps explain the scoreline, 5-0. First pitch is low to Jackson. Holliday's 1 for 4. That one hit came in the first, so he's due. Takes low, 2-0. I want to see Holliday get some more walks. Holliday, that's supposed to be part of his appeal. Good eye at the plate. Drew a lot of walks at every level. It was a short trip up to the bigs, but every level he would get those walks. He takes low. He's got a 3-0 count. All right. BW's got a feeling Holliday is going to get on base one way or another here. Tyler O'Neill at second base. The 3-0 pitch. Holliday will take it all the way in there for a strike. Now that hitters count of hitters counts, the old 3-1 count. Let's see what Holliday gets. Off the plate. They call that a strike. Blue, you're out of your mind. That tailed back over the edge, but it still didn't come all the way back. That was ball 4, you bum.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling? Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Holliday better get on now. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and Holliday strikes out. All right, folks. Grab that ump. Hold him down. Get the legs. Who's got the B bag? Hold him down.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Oh, my eyes! My eyes!
Yeah, kick some dirt on the thing. My folks, we're going to the 9th. Andrew Kittredge is going to try to close it out with a 5-run lead. Again, he was getting loose along with Scott Bluette. And as I thought, without adding on to that 5-run lead, we're going to go with the more high-leverage guy, Kittredge. Had we added on, then we probably would have seen the low-leverage Bluette. But, folks, once we get started here in the top of the 9th, you know what to do in the Charm City chat. Let me guide your hand. See what I'm doing? I'm tapping hearts. Heart emojis. We keep those hearts flying here for this last half inning. We see this win home. What do you say? In fact, let's go over here for the rest of this. And I will be right back. I got to close my balcony door here after having that lucky. Letting all that AC go to waste. Be right back, folks.
This being Baltimore and all.
Folks, who's ready to win? What is it? 6 out of the last 7 games. We're trying to win 6 of the last 7 games, I believe. Let's go. Hi, how you doing, folks? Welcome to the Oriole BirdWatcher Channel. The Orioles have a 5-0 lead. Andrew Kittredge is on the mound, making his 23rd appearance of the season. 3.57 ERA. And first pitch of the inning is a tapper foul by Jesus Sanchez on the first base line. 0-1 the count. Keep those hearts flying, folks. The Orioles looking to shut out the Marlins. We haven't had many shutouts this season. I think we've only got about 3. Oh and 1 on Sanchez. Pitch. That one breaks off the plate a little bit for ball 1. Mr. Hyde is going out on a limb. He says Mancelino's a tad bit more mild-mannered than Weaver. You think? I think Sam Kinison is a tad more mild-mannered than Earl Weaver was. 1-2 the count on Sanchez. Kittredge from the belt. And the pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to Gunnar. He backhands it. Oh, he had to double clutch, and that's going to cost him. The throw is late and off the bag. O'Hearn keeps it from getting away. And the Marlins will have the first base runner of the inning get on. No, that doesn't make sense. Their first batter of the inning get on. Now he's a base runner. What was that noise? The hell was that noise? All right, Kittredge. Let's settle in here. First pitch strike here to who's up? I keep thinking there's a pinch hitter coming up. It's Otto Lopez at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Double play time, says Dan. I'm down. Swing and a miss. A tight slider there from Kittredge. 0-2. Oh and 2 on Lopez, folks. We're in the 9th inning. Kittredge looking for the first out with a runner at first base. He's got the sign, and here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off toward the left field side. The chant of "Let's Go O's" starts to swell in the ballpark. And now it just died off. The 0-2 pitch. Again, fouled away on the third base side. That ball wound up wedged above the dugout where the screen meets the dugout roof. 0-2. Another pitch. This one's fouled again, this time off to the right. Kittredge is throwing strikes. Lopez is fouling them off. Let's try it again. Another 0-2. That one's hit on a line to center. Backing up is Cowser. Still backing up, and that ball's going to sneak out of here. Otto Lopez gets it over the left field wall, right in that little triangular cutout area where the wall comes in a little bit more. Had it been hit to the left, might have been playable, but that ball's out of here, and the Marlins are on the board. It's 5-2, and with nobody out in the inning, had the Mountain been out there getting loose, he could be in for a save situation because it's a 3-run ball game with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Now, once you get an out, you're going to have to get a guy on base. The tying run will have to be on deck in order for the save situation to kick back in. Agustin Ramirez at the plate. He's got a 1-1 count right now. Kittredge, come on, buddy. Swing and a miss. Good slider. Makes it 1-2. And there's the mountain. He is now getting loose. Again, he would not qualify for a save situation unless Kittredge can't get an out or he gets one out and a runner gets on. Two. That one is smoked out to left. Come on, stay in the yard. Kowser's there in front of the track. He's got it. There's your first out. Okay, 2 more to go. Kittredge finally gets the first out. And I would stick with him. Drew French is out to have a chat. I don't mind this, even though I think Kittredge should stay out until he gives up a base runner to make this a save situation. I don't want to use the mountain unless we have to. But now with 1 out, you have to have a runner get on base before it's a save situation. But at least with this conversation, the mountain will probably get fully ready to go. If the next batter does get on, he'll be ready. Oh, Lamar, the mountain wouldn't have done that. Come on now. We're having a good night right now. No need to focus on who could have done this, who should have done that. Let's just try to win some ball games, folks. We've had so many days to point fingers at who's messing up. Let's get the win. Kyle Stowers is up. And the first pitch from Kittredge, borderline, we don't get the call on the top outside corner of the zone. It's a 1-0. Somebody, whoever's hitting those hearts, you're doing a great job. This inning's going a little bit longer than we had hoped. Keep those hearts flying. That pitch fouled away. 1-1 on Stowers. We are in the top of the 9th, folks. Orioles now have a 5-2 lead after 2 runs in for Miami. Fastball inside makes it 2-1. The bases are empty. There's 1 out. Two-one, check swing. That was a strike. And luckily, we get the appeal strike call, but that was in the zone anyway. So we deserved that strike. It's 2-2, and Stowers asks for time. Yeah, Lamar with a very Chilo-like statement, right? In honor of Chilo Appreciation Day. Oh, my. 2-2 pitch to Stowers. Swing and a miss! Stowers goes down. 1 out away from another victory here on this homestand.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, are you ready for a W? Eric Wagaman at the plate. First pitch is low. It's a check swing appeal. He didn't go. 1-0 on Wagaman. Bases empty with the Orioles up by 3 and 2 outs. 1 more out to go. The 1-0. Hit on the ground, but foul. 1-1 the count. Folks, we are moments away from winning 6 out of our last 7 ball games. Come on now. The 1-1. Hit on the ground to Gunner. He sets, he plants, he throws. It's a low one, but it gets there. O'Hearn handles it, and this game is in the books, folks. The Orioles have won it. Celebrate. Folks, the Orioles are now 7 games under 500.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Folks, splash it up out there in Charm City. Final score, Orioles 5, Marlins 2. The Orioles get 5 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Marlins 2 runs on only 5 hits. And the first 4 were just a bunch of singles. They did get that home run ball in the 9th to get them on the board. But we gave ourselves enough padding to absorb that home run ball. And we also were able to save the Mountain for tomorrow. And maybe that way the Mountain can pitch back-to-back games to close out this series in the first half of the season if necessary, because then he'll have plenty of time to rest. So great to keep the Mountain out of the game. I mean, folks, I think I'm going to have to give the game ball here to Dean Kremer, with just another fantastic performance. 7 shutout innings, 3 hits, all singles, 1 walk, struck out 7. On 99 pitches, his ERA is now below 4 1/4. That's pretty respectable. 4.24 ERA. Yenier Cano had a clean inning. 1 inning, got a strikeout, only had to throw 8 pitches. His ERA now below 4. And Andrew Kittredge, his ERA unfortunately climbs over 4 with that final inning of work, giving up that 2-run homer. Once again, though, thankfully, we did enough in order to absorb that one blow. The Orioles are now 43-50. 43-50 with 2 more games until the break. I mean, folks, I'm not going to stop believing. And no, I'm not about to start singing a Journey song if that's what you think. Now, that's one band who I'm not going to sit here and sing a few bars, because if I wanted that, I'd just go to any karaoke bar, and that's the only band apparently anybody wants to sing. I've heard enough. I've heard enough Journey in my life. All right. On the offensive side, again, 12 hits. A couple of guys with a 3-hit night. Westberg had 3 hits. He also scored 3 of the 5 runs and drove in another. So Westberg, I'd say, is my offensive player of the game. His average up to 261. O'Hearn with a couple of hits tonight, couple of RBI. Laureano a 3-hit night, 2 RBI, and his average is at 279, which is the same as Gunner's. After he got a hit, 1 for 2, Gunner also walked a couple of times. So he reached base 3 times. Good night for him. Everybody in the lineup except Cowser and Stallings with at least a hit. Even Tyler O'Neill got one in there late. All right, so with that victory, we're now 6 games at the moment out of the final wild card spot. But again, that right now belongs to Boston. So we've got one mission, one thing to focus on, and that is get out of 5th place. Get out of last place. Leapfrog one of these teams in our division. And if we can do that, then we know we are in the wild card hunt. All right, so forget about what's going on in the Central. Forget about what's going on in the West. We cannot make the playoffs as a fifth-place team. You have to at least be fourth, because right now Boston is, and they have the final wild card spot. You guys feel me? I want to take a look, actually. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule after the All-Star break. I haven't really had a good look, because I'd like to see when we're playing some of these important teams coming up after the break. I know we've got the Rockies as one of the first series in the second half, which is always nice. That hopefully will be really a sweep. I mean, you really want a sweep of that. So immediately out of the All-Star break, folks, we have to get down to business. We can't have a hangover. We can't be rusty. Because the first 3 games, we're going down to Tampa for the second time to play in that awful George Steinbrenner Field spring training complex. That'll begin on Friday, July 18th, just a week from tonight. We're going to be in Tampa for 3. We then go to Cleveland for 4. Then we come back home, get 3 against Colorado. Those 7 games, the Guardians right now are one of those teams that are just a little bit above us. We got to take 3 out of 4 there. 2 out of 3 from Tampa, 3 out of 4 from Cleveland, sweep the Rockies. I'd say that is our target. It's a lot, but to be fair, we need a lot. Now, once we do that, things are going to get tough, all right? Because we got 4 games with the Blue Jays, which includes a doubleheader from a makeup earlier in the season. And we're going to have to try to shoot for 3 out of 4 there. And that's going to be tough because with a doubleheader, those aren't easy to sweep. Then we travel out to Chicago for 3. The Cubs are a pretty solid team. We then go to Philly for 3. They're a solid team. They're a playoff contending team. That's where it's going to be tough. A 6-game road trip to the Cubs and the Phillies. We might have to look at that as something where maybe we just break even 3-3. If we do everything I'm asking leading up to that road trip, then I think we can afford to absorb a 3-3 trip. After that, when's the next division opponent? We got the A's in town, the Mariners in town. We go to Houston. August 18th. Just a mini 2-game series at Fenway. Try to do what we can there. Then it's Houston again. Wow, we play Houston 7 times over a 9-game stretch between the 15th and 24th of August. And when that last game against Houston ends, we have a 4-game series against Boston. So the month of August, we've got the Red Sox for 4 at home. We got the Red Sox for 2 on the road. You got to take 4 out of 6 there, minimum. 3-3 is just a split. It's not good enough. You got to do something against the Cubs and the Phillies, and you got to take care of business with teams like the Guardians and the Rockies. Folks, I am not going to stop daring to dream. I will not go gently into that good night. I am just crazy enough to think that, again, all we want to do is give ourselves a shot. Now, if we were to somehow magically get into the playoffs, what are our expectations and where are we to do it? Probably pretty minimal. Because as soon as we now say, hey, we're in it, now suddenly all the worries and fears about, oh, well, this roster has got so many holes. Who's our game 1 starter for a potential wild card matchup? I mean, we don't have Corbin Burns here, you know, and Mansolino. Are we really going to be able to rely on him to make the right decisions in these close games against tough teams? There's a lot that has to go right in order to make this happen, but I've taken that all into account, and I'm still saying, why not? You know, referencing my favorite team I watched as a kid growing up, 1989. Why not? That's what BW says, folks. All right. I think it's time to about wrap things up here. Charm City chat, you guys feeling good? Joel says we can beat anyone. All right. Frank says rage. I like it. It looks like everybody's attitude right now is pretty good. Now look, if for some reason, and I say some reason, it could be any reason. If the Orioles don't win tomorrow, hang in there, okay? If we still win on Sunday, then it's a 4-2 homestand. It's going to make it a little bit tougher, but don't give up hope yet, because there's a lot right now to be excited about with this team. The pitching, particularly from the starting staff, has really stepped up in this recent surge, and it needed to. It's the only way you're going to go in any kind of a role. The pitching has got to be, consistent, and it has. The bats are coming around pretty decently as well, I'd say. We're not hitting a bunch of home runs. We're not as home run dependent, I guess. But the situational hitting is starting to show some signs of improvement. Playing a little bit smarter out there, I think. The only thing I want to see is just, again, I feel like what gets us into trouble on offense is being a little bit too aggressive. If you want to, try to start off against a pitcher with that aggressive approach just to see if it's working, I guess. But if you get through the first inning, and you've only seen like 10 pitches, then just, you got to flip the switch and be like, all right, we tried to ambush this guy in the first. It didn't work. Now let's settle in and try to work some counts. You got to be able to adjust. You got to be able to, you know what I'm talking about, folks. Boy, look at BW here. He's got a lot of motion in that ocean. I'm feeling good. I'm up all night to get lucky, folks. You know me.
I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. Celebrate good times, come on.
All right. So tomorrow, Game 2. First pitch is 5 minutes after 4 p.m. The stream will start here at 3:50. So get on in here before first pitch, and you can get all caught up with everything that's happened between now and then. There's always a few pieces of news to go over. I hope to see you guys out there. It's going to be Trevor Rogers. He's facing a guy named Junk. We got to go watch some guy's junk tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be throwing junk, and we beat this guy up. Make it a series clincher and go for the sweep on Sunday. That's what we're trying to do, folks. All right, let me see if I can send you to somewhere. See who's streaming right now. Again, I don't know what's happened. Ever since about 2 weeks ago, it used to be I'd go in here, and all the colleagues of mine who I'm subscribed to their channels and what have you, I would go over here. Oh, okay, we've got some things on the board. We've got Rising Rhino doing some Canadian football. We've got JJ with the Phillies. They're out west playing the Padres, but it's only 9:50. He might be in pregame mode. Let me see. Has JJ's game started yet? It has... Where is it? I can't find the Padre game. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's in the bottom of the first. Perfect. I'll send you over to JJ. His game is only just gotten started. It's the bottom of the first, scoreless between the Phillies and the Padres. Give JJ a big hello. Again, JJ did a lot on his end as a Philadelphia play-by-play guy with a Philadelphia fan base. Despite that fact, he was willing to go to bat for me and encourage those Philly supporters to come over and subscribe to the BirdWatcher here. And I can't thank JJ enough for that. So let's send you on over to him. Hope everybody enjoyed tonight. I don't know why you wouldn't. We got everything we could ask for. Good pitching, timely hitting, solid defense, the whole shebang. Let's hope for another repeat of that tomorrow. Hope you'll join me. Until then, folks, this has been BW, the BirdWatcher, and the hat. Don't forget to thank the hat, folks. Give the hat a shout out on your way out, why don't you? We'll chirp at you later. Take care, everybody.